Oh gosh, reconnect. All right, so good morning, guys. A little technical difficulties. Are you all hearing me? Are you guys hearing me? Technical difficulties. All right, give me a thumbs up. All right, yes. All right, so good morning, Fancy Face. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, Francis Ann, Natalie Bailey. Good morning to Florence Kalicha Ran. Right, so we on this morning. All right, so guys, I am here for a purpose to inspire not only others but also to inspire myself. All right, I need some inspiration this morning. Is anybody here in need of inspiration this morning, or is it me alone? Who can do with some inspiration this morning? Because I certainly can. Good morning, Rihanna Rampasad. Good morning and welcome to the live stream. Is there anybody else in need of inspiration? Francis Ann says, yes, I do. Well, I could certainly do it some myself. So, Francis, it's only you and I need some inspiration here this morning. Shivani, good morning, good morning. I could always do with some inspiration, says Patricia. Right. Well, okay, good. So that's exactly what we're going to do here this morning. I'm not feeling down and out, but I'm not feeling energetic. I'm not feeling energized. Right now, if I wasn't doing this live stream, I would have certainly go on my bed and take a lie down and take a little sleep. But I don't want to do that, so I'm fighting it. So this is how I know to fight it best. Go live. Right? So I want to say good morning to um, Cathy Saladin. Good morning. Well, first time, yes, first time I've seen you on the chat, and we're glad to have you here with us. All right, Anissa Mohammed, good morning. Natalie says she could do it some too. Francis Ann sending all that love for me. And I'm taking it, look at me coughing. So much I love Asada cough. Yes. So we're going to take it in and see how it's going to go, right? So we have 31 people in already on the chat, and that is some good numbers for our start. Diamond Reyes, good morning. Angeline Khan, good morning. How you going? How is your son doing? Penny Baychan, how you going? Nice. I don't know what kind of numbers we're going to reach here this morning, but wherever we reach, we're glad for it. The live stream might be somewhere like about half an hour to 45 minutes. Depending on how the vibe is going, we'll go for an hour. But right now, I earmark for half an hour. How that sounding? Good so far? Right. Michael Zambrano, how you going, my brother? Rodney Buchun, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Have you been in here before? And here is my good friend Marilyn Abraham. Good morning, everybody. Sarah, Boston, painting, need inspiration. The comment go on. Well, anyway, we sending you some inspiration there to finish up that job, Marilyn. Right? Tara, how you going? Everything cool? Look at love. She always make sure and encapsulate me and all that love, you know. I save for Tara. Right? So how was already Diwali? How was everybody's Diwali? I had a nice time. But you know where I went? Well, you would not believe where I went for Diwali. Make a guess where I went for Diwali. I went by Mr. Knockapot. Mr. Knockapot invited me and I met some other YouTubers there. I met Point Boy. Um, Jacob and Nish were there. I didn't meet them personally, but Jacob got in contact with me and told me that we just missed each other by minutes. So by Mr. Knockapot was nice. So thank you, Mr. Knockapot, Philly and family. Yeah, man, I had a real nice time by Mr. Knockapot. What? It was real nice. Talk about hospitable people. They do it real nice. And buffet styling, eh? Buffet styling. From Faisabad Diwali was very good. Yes, Rodney. Rodney, you have been on this chat before, man. I think you just mind chicken and duck something. If I could remember. I ain't too sure. Eh? Yes, Patricia Gill, real nice treatment, boy. Big up to Mr. Knockapot and true. And Philly. All right, so how many people we have in the chat, guys? I'm not seeing too properly. I think it's 44. Well, that's all. Let's see my Paul, my nice glasses. Right, 44 people in on the chat, guys. Assalamu alaikum, Rara. How you going, my dear? And how is Ken doing? All right, so silent viewers, good morning to you all. And guys, remember to give thanks and praise to God for another new day, right? Attitude of gratitude, thanking God for life. What we thanking God for this morning? We thanking Him for life. That is how we need to find inspiration for the rest of the day. We need to give God gratitude, regardless of how bad your situation is. Always thank God for life. Do you really want life to be taken away? I mean, like, really taken away? And the answer is no. Some might say yes to that, depending on how life is going. But if life could go good, wouldn't we want to live? Of course we will want to live. So thanking God for life, thanking Him for all the things that He has done for us, all the blessings. Look at this live stream this morning. We had to thank Him for that and all. Guys, just imagine, I used to be outside here trying to give everybody inspiration. Now I looking for inspiration. I am on the same side as y'all. I am looking for inspiration. And I don't intend to give up. I don't intend to give up. I'm not going to quit. Never let anybody steal your joy, and never quit. Michael, I still have that jersey with the duck and the frog, right? Never give up. So I ain't giving up. I am not my full self. I'm not my full 100. But I'm not giving up. All right? Yes, man. Let me just catch my breath a little bit. Brother, all is well. Praise be to Allah. I mean to the Almighty. How is Mama Lance, Mama Lou and Papa Lance? Missing them posting videos. Well, to be honest with you, I'm glad you mentioned that. Mommy was doing a little work in the garden, lifting some rocks. And right now, she's pinned up with her shoulder. So she ain't doing too well with her shoulder. So daddy's assisting her doing a lot of things. And hence, that's the reason why Ole won't be seeing too many videos with them. So the mommy is not doing too good right now with that shoulder, right? But you know, she have a good husband and he taking good care of her. She just tidied her up and that kind of thing. So yeah, they're going good otherwise. I'll tell them all I ask for them, right? The battle is real. And I want to say a special good morning to a very good friend of mine, right? Stefan, I sending love to you, my brother, if you're locked on and listening, right? Sending lots of love to you. Right, meet Marty, good morning, good morning. Yeah, man. You see how I kind of out of practice with the live stream? I had to kind of catch my breath a little bit to keep up the pace. Because people don't want you to come out here and be like, yeah, so, you know, so 42 people on the like thing and the live stream. No, people don't want to see that. People want good energy. So even though it is difficult for me, I try my best, right? I try my best. So all you bear with me and don't leave the live stream because I lacking some energy, right? We will get back there sometime soon. I promise all you, right? I promise all you that. Let me drink some water. Take your time. That's right. Take your time. Yes, I like lime. This bottle, I don't know how old people is open this bottle, you know. This bottle hard to open, boy. Thank you, Rada. Thank you, thank you. I look vibes in with Vinesh, boy. How you doing, little Vinesh? Everything good with you? Right. So, what we could talk about this morning? What could we talk about? I will look into the comments and see if I could come up with some kind of little topic. You know, I just be just freestyling. I don't really ever plan a topic or anything like that. I just go with the flow and however things develop, you know. But I will tell all you what I was looking at last night. The same way how there's a way to start the day, there's a way to end the day. And one of the important things, so when we come into the end of our day, what we're going to do is something called reflection. We reflected on the day. And one of the most important things to recognize is that the day is over. It's finished. It's finished, guys. The day is over. What has happened has happened. Full stop. Full stop. There is nothing more you can do. And you cannot go to bed carrying those thoughts with you. Otherwise, you would not be able to sleep. So it is important when, regardless of what has taken place, especially if it's on the negative side, the day is over. The sun has set. A very important thing. And do you know what is the next thing? Gratitude again. Gratitude for all the good things that take place during the day. So let us use yesterday as an example for me. So I woke up in the morning around 5:30 yesterday. I woke up about 5:30 and I said, thank you, Lord, for living to see yet another day. And thank you for the wonderful time that I had by Mr. Knockapot and his beautiful family. Right? And then I tried to get myself into a positive mood. I woke up, I made myself a cup of coffee. I came outside. Well, you know what is good with coffee? I'd rather tell all this. Our next thing beginning with the letter C. Right? And then I went through the day. My sister passed. She knew about mommy's shoulder problem. She passed with a whole tray of food, a pot with rice, a pot with lentils, and a pot with stewed chicken. And she dropped that off. Her husband delivered it first. So I went outside, me and Dad, and we brought it inside. We ate, and then later on in the evening, I jumped on my motorbike, and I ride out the road, and I went and I see my girls. Right? Sydney, Sadie, and Suri. Right? After that, I come back home, and I make dinner. So, last night when I was reflecting, I began by realizing that I didn't really have any regrets yesterday. I don't think I did anybody anything yesterday to upset them, and nobody did anything to upset me. So, thank the Lord, I have a lot of days like that. I just try my best not to offend anybody, and people just respect me enough not to offend me. So, every time I reflect in the night, I don't really have a problem with that part. I not mashing anybody's toes, and nobody ain't mashing my toes. So thank God for that. That's a big plus. And then I started to have gratitude. I say, way boy, look at how nice it was that my sister prepared this lunch for us, right? Because our mommy had, and we all benefit from it. And you know, just in thinking that, I thought to myself, maybe I should get up and go and see mommy boy and see how she going. And same time daddy come and knock on the door. I say, hey, how is mommy? She says she resting there, man. I say, well, just tell her that I asked for her, right? So, you see, when you go about doing things in the correct way, it is make you just turn into a nice person, boy. And that is what we want to be, you know. We want to be nice people. That is all we want to be. We don't want to be nothing fancy. We just want to be nice. I was talking to a lady yesterday, and hear what she tell me. She said, you know, I never wanted a rich husband. All I wanted was a husband that could listen to me, that could want to be around me. He don't have to be rich. She said, and I good at that. And I say, well, boy, look at that, eh? Look at that. So many people after riches, and this person just after wanting a husband with a good relationship. Rafik, what's up, brother? Dulcie, Bernard, good morning and welcome. Hey, Stefan, what's up, brother? I know send out a heal out there for you, man. Good, good. Nice to see you. So, Stefan is my good little partner, all you. So I see all you welcoming him to the chat. Yeah, man. One day you must come and let me do a live stream together, man. Yes. Yes, so yes, man. I'm glad you're in on the live stream, my brother. Yeah, man. I'm a little brother in all you. Yes, so anyway, so I want to um I want to continue giving my story in bits and pieces to all you. You know, as I told all you, I'm bipolar now, right? I've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I need to find out from St. Anne's what bipolar am I? Is it one, two, or even three? There are so many different types of bipolarism, right? So what I've been doing is generally being doing a lot of research, watching a lot of videos, because I want to understand. I need to understand what is happening to me. And you know, the more I educate myself on this, is the more it's easier for me, right? It's easier for me to understand why certain things is the way it is. You know? So I wish I could get more and more information because I feel it improving me. It improving me. It come like if somebody have cancer. The more things you know is the better for you. Right? So yeah, I ain't giving up all it. I one thing. I ain't giving up at all. And I'm not trying to reassure myself. I'm talking the honest God's truth. I just want to I want to feel better and I want to be able to help other people in the process. And I know one of the best things I could do for myself right now is come on a little live stream here, talk a little bit tutorial, keep this community going. Everybody have their own unique little problem, but you could take, right? You could take, right? You could I had to laugh, you know. No finish. Mama Lou ain't fall down. She ain't fall down. She was picking up some stones in her rock garden and it hurt up she shoulder. Yeah. Oh gosh, it's good to laugh. It's good to laugh, Ollie. It's good to laugh. Yeah, man. Oh gosh. Yes. So anyway, let me just rock back a little bit. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Hey, you know how long I laugh? Long time I laugh. What I mean? In a good way, in a good way. Inshallah. Yeah, man. It gonna get back better. It gonna get back better for sure, Vinesh. Yeah, man. Yeah. He love. I have something called bipolar disorder, Vinesh. It's a mental illness. It's a mental illness. You know? But it's nothing to be ashamed of. Right? It's nothing to be ashamed of. Yes, boy. I tell you. Leslie and I hear you out, Gil, but yes, it's good to laugh. Lower the stress levels, man. He put me in a good mood. He put me in a good mood. Yeah, look, Francis and say absolutely not because I am not ashamed of it either. You have too much brain power. Yeah, Michael. Okay, look, Stefan says that he has bipolar disorder as well. I never knew that, Stefan. I never knew that. I mean, we have met, but I never asked you, right? But thanks for sharing. And it is nothing to be ashamed of, guys. It is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Valley Girl Hoof, let me tell you something, eh? Years ago, years ago, people here you have something like bipolar disorder, they would have distanced themselves from you. They would have distanced themselves from you. I'm not asked, they are telling you. They would have say, hey, stay away from that man. That man is a madman. That is what they will say. Indira, Mr. Sana, hope all is well with you. Have a great day and remember God is good all the time. They will just diagnose myself. I also have bipolar disorder. Yeah, Michael. Hey, hey. Join the club. People would have distanced themselves from you long time. That ain't no lie. But you see, no people. But the man say eat some crab and all that bipolar gone. Yeah, you don't know. When I eat crab, you know what is going with me. Yeah. The thing about it is that people really now are very well educated, eh? Very well educated. And thanks to those who in the past have canvassed well for mental health. Mental health, the ministry in this country has done well in trying to show people that mental health affects everyone. It affects everyone, and we have to be kind to people have suffered who are suffering with bipolarism. I have bipolar disorder, right? Says Vinesh. So look, even little Vinesh saying that he bipolar disorder, right? So, you know, yeah, no crab, please. Yeah, no crab on the menu. That is affect bipolarism, you know. I will tell her, for those out there who ain't know that joke, when they hear I eat crab, I just start to talk, I just go on into a state of mania, you know. But it's good that we could laugh a little bit about it. It is good because we are normal people also. We are normal people, and everybody. I will never forget that. Um, I think is I think it's Valley Girl Hoof made the comment the other day, and it still resonated with me that everybody, everybody is suffering with some sort of mental illness, and it is so true, guys. Everybody is suffering with some sort of mental illness, believe it or not. Stress, stress. Sometimes one set of mad people inside of here, boy. Just joking. Yeah. No, but it's true. It's true, right? My brother is big doctor. A lot of people act normal but have a lot of mental health issues and haven't gotten proper help. We need to look at ourselves in the mirror. Indeed. Listen, when I was inside of St. Anne's, I have been in St. Anne's 5 occasions already, guys. 5 occasions I have been into St. Anne's, right? And let me tell all this something. I've never met a stupid person in St. Anne's. Let me repeat that. I have never met a stupid person in St. Anne's. Everybody is very, 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 very intelligent. Yes, Indira, now you will understand it. And that's why, let me tell you all something. I am not a person. I like to be myself. I like to be my normal self. I don't like to hide. But because I know that I have this kind of slow demeanor now, I know that people would be able to pick it up in the videos. Because I'm not going to pretend like I is lightning Jack. Hey, let me drink some water there, boy. Woo! Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So we going. Listen, I could only do that if I want to do that. I'm not going to do that to put on no act for nobody. Right now, this is my pace, and this is how I'm comfortable with myself. And it's either you like me or you do like me. Plain and simple. So I wasn't ready for the camera as yet. But I know my father making a little video, and you know, I want to really support him. And I know people really asking for me. He telling me, Sana, come now boy, people always asking for you. Come on the video now. And I was like, you know something, let me sit down with them. And I sit down to eat, and I slow, and I aware that I slow. And I aware that I'm not talking. Because I don't feel to talk. And that's the honest God's truth. If I don't feel to talk, how I gonna talk? How I gonna talk? If I'm not feeling to talk, how I gonna talk? It's like if you're not feeling to eat, how you gonna eat? Right? But now that I'm coming out of the closet, hey Mira, how you going? You good? I send you something and you're gonna tell me what you think about it. Yes. If it is, oh gosh, handsome as ever. Tara, you became a blushing girl. Yes. Well, that is something that I will have to find out, Vinesh, how that happened, right? But that is something that would have been happening there long time, yeah? Long time. Stay true to yourself. We love you the same. Yeah. So, let me see how much people we have in the house here, man. I like to see when the numbers getting close to 111, you know. 87. Oh gosh. Well, Ariel happy like papi. I happy like papi. Yeah. So, all I want to believe, like why doing here this morning? This this real helping me already. Ria Ramnat, good morning. This helping me here already because I feeling like I get my message across loud and clear. Yeah. I feel Lilia, Lila, I'm inspired by your strength. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but you're from Canada. Thank you, thank you. Marlon, what's up, brother? Thank you. I know I always in all your prayers. Yeah. I try to get my thoughts together to see what I want to see. I like doing the videos. I really like doing the videos a lot. But I want to be my true authentic self. I want to be my true authentic self. I always maintain that, hey, listen, me doing a video don't mean me putting on a persona. Whatever the mood is at the time, that is what the mood is. I can't, I not into to this pretending thing at all. I don't like that. I don't like that. And that's why I love doing my live streams. Because if 1 minute I energetic, I energetic. If next minute I want to be quiet and not talking, I can be that here. And I have done that already here. I just sit down. If I want to cry, I cry. If if I want to cuss and I could have cuss, I will have cuss. Right? I just like to be my true authentic self. Somebody come and disrespect me, boy, watch me. If I feel I need to disrespect you back or put you in your place, I'll put you back in your place. If you mess me up and I feel I deserve that mess up, sorry, boss. That is me. I just want to be me. And once everybody understand that order, well, I could be in anybody video. I could be in everybody video because what you see is what you get. It had plenty people. This come here, for example, right? And I will always go out in front. Hey, you want a cup of coffee? Listen, if people come and daddy come and tell me, hey, some people coming, and I do so and say, well, hey, daddy boy, listen, I need to take a little rest. So I was planning to take a rest. I stayed in my bedroom and taking my rest, you know. I do that to people already in the past. Whether I was sick or not, I do that to people in the past already. I used to do that when I was living up in Cora. Right? If I want to take a rest, I am going to take a rest. If I come outside and I make a cup of coffee with you, and I sit down and I drink a cup of coffee, right? If halfway down the coffee, I want to smoke a cigarette, and I know the only place I can take my little smoke is in the back of the caboose, I will ask myself for excuse, because I can't light a cigarette in the front of my father and them porch. So I will come in the back here, I say, well, all excuse me, and sorry to say, but who don't like it, that is, sorry to say, but that is them business. That is them business, because at the end of the day, I, 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 I just funny, I guess. I funny. I funny. But that's who I am. That's who I am, Reds. You know what's the thing I really. Yeah, I know that it's true, Vinesh boy. You done good for your heart. Anyway, I'm doing good at that, guys. I'm keeping all my numbers. I started by half pack size now. Right? So 10 for the day. Versus 2 whole pack for the day. Do the maths. Who don't like it? Kiss off, man. All right, so let me see how much people we have in the house here. I wonder if we can reach 911, 111 today, boy. 87. Oh gosh. Simone, you're not funny, Sana. You're just real. Yeah. I real, yes. I just real. But I could tell you one thing. I'm feeling real good this morning because I'm getting a lot of things off of my mind. I'm getting a lot of things off of my mind. When all you see me now on Daddy and them station, all you know, well, look, that is the bipolar man. Right? That is the bipolar man, and that is Sana for your money. Yeah? That is Sana for your money. And the worst thing to do, the worst thing you could do is always appearing like you're this happy-go-lucky person. Happy-go-lucky person. And when you hear people come to check you or you end up going on a line, you can't live up to that name. You can't live up to that name because people expecting that. Hey, once you hear that man, there's energy. Like if you Marshall Montano. They're expecting you to be like Marshall Montano. I only think Marshall Montano. Yeah, he fit. He fit, but you think everywhere he go when he normal daily life, you think he full of that energy? You think Marshall Montano is a madman at? That everywhere he going, he just be energetic. So no, the man must have a time when he normal. The man must have a time when he normal. Only thing the man is a battery. And it's the same thing. But you see, some people just fall into that trap where they want to come across as though this is how they are all the time. And I'm not talking about nobody. I don't have nobody in mind. So please don't think that I trying to steer this towards anything like that. I'm not into that kind of nonsense. This wrongs, right? I talking about people pleasers. That's what we talking about, right? I not into this people pleasing thing again. And that was one of my biggest problems in Omira. 92 what? We are 92 in the house. We go cross the 100. I am not a people pleaser anymore. And that is one of the best things I could have done for myself. One of the best things I done with pleasing people. Now I'm pleasing myself. Boy, ay ay ay. I pleasing myself. Mira, we had a boss lime again, girl. We had a boss lime again, eh? I enjoyed that lime, me and you. Good, good, good lime. You and your friends. Hey, I've never seen somebody here. Pantihon Watso. I don't know how to pronounce that, but anyway, I'll get the panty parts correct. Good morning, and welcome to the live stream. First time I've seen you in on the house. Your life will pass fast, pleasing for others. Yes, indeed. Ina Budu, good morning. Hello, how you doing? Yes, Mira, for sure, man. I'd enjoy that night, man. Sanoi, you are special because there is a lot of people who rather put up a front than be real like you. Enough respect to you. Tara, thank you, man. And only let me tell you something. This live show going to get back on track, you know. Right? Alright, let me see if I can see pan ton what so son. Alright, you know who I'm speaking of, right? I don't know if you have a different name I could call you by, but anyway, it's kind of hard to pronounce for me. But welcome to the live stream. First time I've seen you here, and I hope we see you again. Alright? I even more time to watch this live. Yeah, man. They ain't gonna catch you here. They ain't gonna catch you. Let's lower the volume. 98 people will look at that. I was asking Gina, I say, you think we go make it, Gil? I say, I'm looking at 50, though. She said, nah, no less than 75. Well, good morning, Travel Addict, coming with three special numbers, 1111. So maybe we'll reach 111 today. Anyway, we done surpass where we thought we'd ever reach today, and I'm happy for that. And could you all, somebody give me the time? How much time has gone? 38 minutes. All right, so we're going for 45 minutes now, and then we're gonna see what's going on. I gotta take a little small break just now, right, Olia? Oh yes. Certainly when they sing, I'll tell them for you. Sipan Tony Watson. Sipan Tony Watson. Thanks for that, Tara. Sipan. Sipan. Sipan Tony Watson. Sipan Tony Watson. Watson. Good vibes, man. Do a live about gossiping. Yeah. Gossip. CP, alright. Okay. I will work at that CP. Right? But anyway, CP, could you tell us where you're from? Are you from Trinidad? What part of the world are you from? CP. Francis, I know that about you. Yes, Patricia, thanks. Malabar. All right, nice. And some, Have you always been watching the channel or somebody told you about it? Have you always been a silent viewer? Okay, okay, okay. Long time viewer, just changed my name. Okay, all right. Yeah. Well, let me tell all this something. Let me see how much people in on the chat here. I want to tell all this something about that. That's the good thing about my live streams. If you want to find something, it's better you watch this whole live stream because you never could tell when I will inject a real important part into my live stream. All you want to hear a story. All you want to hear a story. Yeah. All right. I'm going to share something with all you. My last episode that took me to St. Anne's. I'm going to share the latter part of it. A part that nobody, you know. Let me just go and use the toilet and come back. But I'm coming back to give all you a story. So everybody, go and get all your coffee. I and all my, see if I could grab a coffee or something, right? I'm coming back to give all you a good story. So do what you have to do quick, write down whatever. And when I come back, I will wait for the number to reach back to 95 and then I will give the story. So everybody, go and make a little coffee, do what you have to do, right? I go and use the toilet. right. I am back. So let me see how many people still locked on. So 96. So that means to say that I have to, right? That means to say I had to proceed with the story. But it down to 89. So let me wait a little bit to reach back up to 95. Right? If it didn't reach to 95, I wouldn't give the story. Because that wouldn't be fair. Right? So what we could do in the meanwhile is we could see if we could exit and hit the like button and come back in. So if we could move that 55 up to 88 likes, that'll be good. Vashti, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Cheers, Rara. Cheers. But I have many stories, so I could always still give a little story. I don't have to give that particular one, right? So, let me start. All ready? All ready to hear what my night was like? And this would have been somewhere coming on to the end of August. Right? At the end of August. Somewhere around the 28th, the 29th, somewhere around there of August is when this take place, right? Okay. CP, you ready? All right. Nice. Okay. So, I was in a real manic state, guys. Real manic. I'm talking about like super manic. Boy. All right. So remember, this is me trying to recap a night that seemed as though they had no end. And we will understand why people just end up, some people might look as though they willingly take their life, and sometimes it could happen by mistake, and it might look like people take their life, but it ain't so. I could tell you why. Because it happened to me. All right. So, I was living in an apartment at around this time. All you will remember, I did a video where I cooked some curry seam, and it was a strange kitchen. It was a pink kitchen. Anybody could remember that? I did a video, curry seam and roti, and it's a kitchen that all you never see me in before. With the walls were painted kind of pink or lilac. All you could remember that video? Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, yes, good, right. So 101 people. Yes, Stefan, we're going good. So I was staying in an apartment because previously in the month of July, I also had an episode that I ended up in St. Anne's, and then after that, I ended up going to rent this apartment until mom and dad returned to Trinidad, right? So that's how I ended up in that apartment building. So anyway, on the night of this episode, I was in a real manic stage. I was thinking that I was God. I was thinking I was untouchable. I was thinking that I was working for the FBI. I thought I was working for the FBI people. Believe it or not. I thought that I had connections with the TTPS. I was highly delusional. Right? Highly delusional. Anyway, on top of that, I was using marijuana, which was not making my situation any better. And I was smoking. And all of a sudden, I started to feel a feeling of paranoia. And I believe that the police was coming for me. Right? I believe that the police was coming for me. And I ran out of the apartment. Let me see if I get this correct, eh? No, I thought I was an FBI agent. So I walked down the aisle. I was properly dressed. I had on a black shirt and a jeans. I was properly dressed. And I went and I knocked on this apartment door. And I thinking to myself, is the TTPS that I going to meet inside of there. Well, you following me, right? Is it confusing? Low-key edits. How you going? I wonder if I should try to gather up this story better and give it a next time. Or all you following me. Tell me if all you following me or if all you think I should give it a next day. Stefan say he following. We understand. All right. Following. Okay. So I now get dressed properly because I tell myself that in one of the rooms, let me just call it room 75. In room 75, there are some high-ranking TTPS officers waiting to have a meeting with me. So I went and, guys, I knock on the people's door. And a man answer, who the F is you? Who the F is you? And I say, sorry, boss. And I step off. And I step back and I go back to my apartment. Boy, here now, man. So I tell myself now, all right, it really is the TTPS, but it's all part of the act. No, this is voices in my head telling me now, all right, make we look good, right? So I hear the voice of TTPS in my head, make us look good, because this going to be all over the newspapers tomorrow, please God. So you need to go and jump on your bike and get off of the premise in a hurry way. So I take off my shirt. And I take off my shoes. And I run outside. Right? And it had a Spanish girl sit down there and I bawl, Policia! And I jump on my motorcycle, bareback, bareback, no helmet, barefoot. And I start my YBR and I race out of the compound. Everybody watching, right? And I riding in St. Helena bareback as I born, right? Boy, I run across the road by some Spanish people and I say, hey, let me get water there, policia coming for me. The man say, gone from here, gone. So I'm riding now. But while I'm riding down the road now, it occurred to me that, hey, if police really come and stop me now, I could get charged because I'm not wearing any helmet and plus I bareback and I barefoot. So I stopped the YBR and I went by the indicators in the back and I broke it off. I broke off my indicators and I threw them into the bush. And I started right back to my apartment now. So if police was to stop me, I will tell them I'll make up some kind of story that I crashed my motorcycle or some kind of thing like that. Right? So anyway, I'm going back to the apartment now. And I studying, well, what is the next move? So I roll up our next weed. I light up. 111. We make it. Right. So I roll up our next weed. I smoke again. And then this time I get dressed properly. I went and I had a nice shower. A real good shower. Soap up myself nice. And I say, all right, I'm going out because if there's anything, the police could come and meet me somewhere. So now I'm going out with the intention that we done put on we little drama in the compound there. And now I'm going to meet with the biggest man in the TTPS. Right? Whoever he is. So I beat up nice, and me, watch me, I don't fear nobody. Because at this point in time, I thinking I is this high-ranking person. I leave my apartment open, my iPhone on top of the table, my weed on top of the table, everything. And you see Deal Tech, boy, I don't want to come to tears. You see Deal Tech, God bless that man. God bless that man, Jed. And who God bless, no man curse. And I thank you, Jaja Mina end up in a hearse. Why? I leave the compound now. Of course, the security guard watching me, and he ain't say a word there because I ride out like a real madman before. And I go on and I ride down now. So I ride back to the point where I had supposedly crashed the motorbike. Right? And I go to pick up the indicators, but then I say no. And then I ride back across the road. Now, this is around, me ain't like to tell all, yeah? This is about 10 o'clock in the night. I ride across the road. And then I head down the road. And I park up my bike in front of a bar. And then I walk back to the place where I crashed the bike. And all this seemed to have been making sense to me at the point in time. But now I realize how much sense it didn't make. But everything I was doing was making sense. And something in my head keep telling me, all right, go down so now. And these are like commands from the TTPS. All right, go down on that side there. We gonna meet you down there. So I walk back to the crash site. Then I walk back to the motorbike. Then I walk back to the crash site. Guys, until it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I just walk in from crash site to where I have the bike. And I talk about it's like about a 10 to 15 minutes walk. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All you following me? Or I lost all you up? All you following me so far? Because what I'm trying to show all you here is how, I don't know if demented is the word, but this is such a crazy, never-ending feeling. Jesus, Lord. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. When I tell you, I try not to cry. I try my best not to cry here. I spend hours just walking from the crash site to where my bike is, waiting for police to come. No police ain't coming. Every time I see them nice kind of big SUV vehicles pulling up, I tell myself, guys, the police. It's just other people stop to buy a beer or something. Anyway, it was real to me. It was real to me, Valley Girl Hoof. So then eventually, where I crashed the motorbike, a fella living opposite now walk out into the road, right? A fella dress up with a kind of hat, right? Earring in the nose, earring in the ears, and them kind of thing. And God bless him too. God bless him too, because I'll tell all you, this story is, all you hear me good? Okay, Seema. Right. So this fella walk up to me now. And, well, by this time, my shirt open up now. But I wearing a nice gold chain, eh? But it's not real gold. But I wearing a nice chain. And he say, what happening, boy? I like that chain, boy. I say you like it. You say, yeah, boy. I say you want it, huh? You say, yeah. I say, well, take it now, man. And I do so, and I take off the chain. I say, look, brother, take the chain, man. The chain is yours. I say, you want a motorbike, boy? He say, a motorbike? I say, yeah, boy, I have a nice motorbike there, boy. He say, you serious, sir? I say, yes, boy. I'm giving you a motorbike, boy. I telling myself now that I could give away the YBR because I this big boy now. I big in the FBI. I waiting for the TTPS. I could buy back a motorbike, or I will give him this one and I could get a brand new one for him, and I will come back and take my YBR because I love my YBR. Breads, me and this man walk down, jump on the YBR and ride it back up. And we park it up right in front of his house under our tent. God bless Deal Tech and God bless this man. God bless Deal Tech and God bless this man. And God bless Deal Tech brother-in-law, which is Christy. God bless Christy. Because anyway, all you go hear the story. Daniel Kaladin, good morning. Boy, what we doing? We continue with the story? Or what the next? Or we gonna do part 2 next live? All tell me. It's up to all you. Or they want the part 2 tomorrow? We could save it for tomorrow, you know. Let me see how much people will say continue. Pomeranc, bonjour. It's been a while. It has been a while. Oh gosh. Yes, Miragil, for real. Run the part 2. Alright. I always go with the majority. So anyway, boy, we park up the bike and I tell Ras, I say, hey, I say, Ras, I see the bike is yours, you know. He says, serious, boy? I say, yes, boy. I say, anything there? We roll up our smoke, we smoke something again, and he tell me, he say, hey, listen, you just calm down yourself. You just calm down yourself, my brother. Right now, you're kind of hyper. Calm down yourself, right? Let me go and bring a water for you. The man go and bring a bottle of water for me. Come back outside. He say, you're good, you want a cigarette or anything? I say, nah, boy, but I could do with some cigarettes because I have no cigarettes. He say, nah, well, I really have no more cigarette, but don't worry, I have weed if you want to smoke. I go roll something for you. I say, all right, my brother. So anyway, we doing so. Me you know all this time now that this condition that I have, the weed making it worse and worse all the time, eh? Now, it get me straight here. It have people who could smoke weed and this kind of thing do happen to them. So I not talking, I don't want anybody here to go to their relatives who don't have a problem with their weed and say about what happened to me. Because that thing will be fair. It have some people, just like how some people can handle their alcohol and others can. It has some people can handle their weed and some who can't. I can't handle it. I cannot handle it at all, at all, at all, at all. Anyway, boy, by this time it's 4 o'clock in the morning and vehicles start to be on the road to go to work. And here why I telling the man, I say, let me tell you something. I say, you know what going on here? Right now they're organizing. They know I as a stunt man. Right? And I as a motorcycle man. And just now you want to see motorbikes racing past here. get ready for a grand show. And guys, I went and stand up right on the edge of the road. This is the Caroni South Bank Road. It had no pavement. It's road and then grass. And I standing up right on the edge and vehicles passing me. Whoosh! Whoosh! Watch. Whoosh! So close. So close, vehicles passing next to me. That is how close I was to death. That is how close I was to death. Anyway, eventually, I end up telling them, I say, all right, well, brother, you fix up with the bike, I gone. And I start to walk. And eventually, I hop a ride. And a man with a dump truck stop. And he asked me, he say, where you going? I say, I'm going by the airport. I want to go to the airport. But come on, mind telling me now, go to the airport and we will meet you by the airport. That is what the police telling me in my head now. Go to the airport and we'll meet you by the airport. Boy, I get this man to drop me straight inside the airport. I tell him thanks. I jump out. When I walk, I see some police down by departure section. I walk down. But I realize they ain't really hail me out in no particular way. So I continue walking. So I say, what is the direction out of here? I fighting a little talk with them to see if they could give me a little clue now. I realize them ain't know nothing. When I reach out the airport side, I just jump over a little drain and I just collapse. Boom. Next thing I hear somebody saying, sir. So when I get up, I realize it's that airport authority personnel. She says, sir, you cannot stay here now. This is airport property. So I get up and I say, right. I went across to the Regent Star Hotel. So I pulled myself together and I walk in. Well, I had the grass and thing on me, which was a good thing. I walk in and I tell the fella, I say, sir, can you please call the Piarco police somewhere, please? I was just in a motorcycle accident. If you could get them to come. So they make the call and I hear them talking and they say, all right, yeah. Now he had no broken bones or anything. But I find it taking so long that I start to walk back towards the police station. So anyway, when I reach right in front of TT Post, it have a little substation. Some TNTech something there. It has some railings. I see the police passing. And they went around the roundabout and they're coming back. And all I could do was just bend over like this. And just start to cry. I cry. And the officers and them walk up to me and they say, what happened to your boy? And let me big up. I don't know why he ranked. Let me big up Kipson Wayne. Kipson Wayne from Piarco police station. I'm bigging up Kipson Wayne this morning. Because we went to school together and he see me, he say, Lasana, what happened to you, boy? What are you doing out here? And I just cry. And they took me back to the station. Right? They take me back to the station. And luckily enough, right? Luckily enough, his wife is a nurse at St. Anne's, Ward 5. And he consulted her and asked her what should he do. And he did the correct thing. Because I wanted him to drop me home. Wherever home was, I don't know. Back to the apartment by my father and them house here, up by Lyndon and them, I don't know. But I just didn't want to end up. I didn't want to end up in St. Anne's. But that is where I get over my health. And that is what it took to end that disaster. And when the ambulance came for me in that police station, I just went in it so willingly because, guys, there was no way I could have put an end to that madness. Talk about a nightmare, a never ending story. If I ever had to write a book about that, a never ending story. Because I miss out so many parts of that story within that time period. I miss out so many parts. So that is what happened on that night. And I hope all you, what to say, enjoy it. I will just sit back a little bit and just read some comments. Pomaraka, real happy to see you, Gil. And let me tell all you now why I have to big up Deal Tech. Deal Tech came to visit me. I want to make sure I have all your full attention. Everybody inside? Everybody inside? Tell me who inside the house. Who inside the house say me? Right. Deal Tech came to visit me. And I say, Deal, I need you to do my big favor, boy. He say, what is that? I say, I leave my motorbike by a Rastaman boy. And I tell him the exact location. I say, just pass and tell the man, when I come out, I go fix him up, but see what you could do for me, boy. I really need to get back that motorbike. And they'll say, all right, don't worry yourself, don't worry yourself. This time, Deal don't have the motorbike already. Deal don't have the motorbike already. Park up in the back of his house. Dale went to clear out my apartment because the next day is when I was supposed to move out of the apartment. And Gina called him and tell him that the apartment need to clear out. Dale went and empty my apartment for me. Dale and his brother-in-law, we call him nickname Fat Man, went searching all over Caroni, Kelly Village, looking for my motorbike, telling themselves that they're going to find it. And they spot it. And they lift it up and put it on Dale van and carry it home. And Dale tell the Rasta man, don't worry yourself. Sana is a good fella. He will come and fix you up. And I make sure and I do it. When I fix him, when I come out, I make it my business. The same evening, I went and I visit him. And I drop some money for him. And I carry a little something for him to smoke. I didn't smoke any though. I lie. I think I smoked with him. And that was my last smoke. That was my last smoke. And I have no intentions of smoking marijuana again. And I have no intentions of drinking again either. And I have intentions of cutting down my cigarette smoking. And big up to the Rasta man that really didn't want my stuff. I even get back my chain. And it have a whole set of little children there. I tell him, I say, how much children it have here? He say 4. So I plan the next time I go in, I'm going to buy some snacks or buy a KFC treat and drop it for them to eat. Buy a 8-piece. Because you don't forget people like that. You don't forget people like that at all. And I had to thank Christy because, watch me, Deal is Christy's wife. Deal, all you know what I mean, right? It's her time It's her time to sort out my business. So, Christy, I'm grateful to you. I hope you're on the live stream and you're here. And even Kitana, right? So, William, boy, let me just read some comments for the while. Yeah, I could have been a dead man. I could have been a dead man so many, many times that night. See me and Stefan, boy. Woo! And it have more stories. It have more stories. So you see, for today, I think we will call this. We will call this. We will call this a wrap. We will call this a wrap for today. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. And I want to thank all you for all the support. And I really appreciate all you. So everybody, enjoy the rest of all the day. We go pick up. Yes, right track. Yes, man. Yes. So we out to that, right? This is all the boy Sana. Sending lots of love straight from the heart. Blessings.